The big story at this hour. Mujhe maaf kar do. Forgive me, cried the Dera Sacha Sauda chief as he wept and even refused to leave the courtroom after he was sentenced to 20 years in jail for raping two women followers or sadhvis 15 years ago. His lawyers even argued for a lighter sentence in view of what they said is his philanthropic or social work. But the lawyer for the two women who accused Ram Rahim of raping them all those years ago has said he seeks a life term for the Dera chief, and investigators to probe what he says are dozens more alleged cases of abuse. The CBI has also asked the court to consider a longer prison term for the Dera chief and will press other charges against him. Our sources have been told. Amitoj Singh is joining us this evening from Rohtak. Amitoj, first up, quickly of course, there was some confusion, but now beyond doubt it is 20 years and the sentences are going to run consecutively. And is it still something that the lawyers for the survivors are not happy with? They're still pressing ahead saying that they want life?
Well, that's a question that still needs to be answered, keeping in mind the fact that the defense lawyer did speak to the media, but the prosecution lawyer has not yet spoken to the media. And I just want to explain the confusion that happened. There are two rapes, two women, two survivors, and the first judgment was made in the case of the first survivor, and that was at 3:30 p.m. that we and like other media, all of us broke as 10 years. And that was the sentence given for that. Now, a few knew at that point in time that there was this was not a complete judgment and there was more to come, and that is why till 5:30 we hadn't heard from either of the two lawyers or in fact the final order. And at 5:30 is what we understand in the case of the second survivor. 10 years was also given. 5 minutes later is what we understand that the judge announced that that is a consecutive order, not a concurrent order. Clearly he said consecutive. Now, the rape factor is not the only thing. That's not the only charge against Gurmeet Ram Rahim. That is section 376, but there's also intimidation, criminal intimidation, which is 506, and there is 509, which basically is gestures or acts that lower dignity of women, a non-cognizable offense. In both these, he has been charged, and what we understand is that these will run concurrent alongside 376, which is rape, which is why the lawyer used the confusing words, if I can say so, and I'm going to exactly quote him: not both sentences will be consecutive, but the sentence of 376 rape. Okay. You know, in that context, he used consecutive and concurrent in the same sentence, and that's where the confusion came about.